I'm back. So I got about a little bit of a way through this. The next stage is actually building the baggage system for the airport. And we are going to be doing a full baggage system here. But you ever realize, like, one of the big things about bags and people alike is that from the plane, obviously, you know, you still got to get from point A to point B. The bags too. And if you've ever been in an airport where you're walking like miles to your next gate, um, you know, whether it be changing airlines or changing air partners, whatever the case might be, it's usually because the aircraft or the airport is not necessarily configured in a way that's actually conducive to to travel. Um, you know, whether it's not putting air partners next to one another or putting um, you know, so right now what I'm working on is actually mapping out where each of these airlines are going to go. In Europe, there's a lot of airlines. Don't get me wrong, and we're going like some of the largest here. Um, and I just downloaded the list. So and meanwhile, so a couple things to note here. Gates F11 all the way around here. As you can see, these are significantly larger distances between the gates, and that's because these are configured for larger aircrafts, like A380s, 787s, you know, your big ones. And so, you know, only a select number can go in there. Obviously, BA is in there. Air France is operating the A380. Now, meanwhile, here's the thing. Okay, British Airways is in fact partnered with Iberia as part of the International Airlines Group, and also in there is Aer Lingus. So we're grouping all three of these together because this is where the most likely bag connections are going to be. Um, you know, ITA is independent of everybody. Is partnered with Air France. Air France is right next door in F11. Okay, and so that's what I'm doing right now. Is figuring out what alliances are in play right now to get these as best as possible. Okay, so Aegean is part of the Star Alliance. I couldn't remember who. So Lufthansa, since they are operating the A380, Lufthansa is going to have. Lufthansa is also partnered with Air France, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'll eat your cookies and let you see where I'm at. Okay, so show me all the partners in the Star. Okay, there we go. So Aegean, Austrian. I don't have Swiss Air in here. we might be moving Iberia and Air France around a little bit. OW, that's the One World Alliance. Um, that does it for One World. Okay. And this is these ones here are simply indicating they are joint business partners. Okay, there's no official alliance in play. There's only two major alliances in the world today, that being One World and the Star Alliance. What is the official name for that? Okay. Yet again, just JB. Okay. JB2, JB2. I did not realize VA was in there. KLM Royal Dutch, Air France, Virgin Atlantic, and who was this fourth one? Oh, Delta. Delta's going into the American terminal. Okay. So we don't need to worry about that. ITA. Wait, ITA is part of One World too, aren't they? Oh, okay. They're part of the Air France. Okay. Now here's where things get tricky because ITA's fleet. Currently, there we go. Okay, it's mostly 220s. They got a couple big boys, but nothing major. Got six. That's cute. They've got six. Well, oh, well, that's the other one that I was messing off One World. All right, so we're gonna sort this real quick. We're gonna sort this by column C, A to Z. All right, so we're gonna scrap all of this of what we've done so far. 7-3. Malta Air is 7-3, so that's easy. Air France is 7-8-8. I'll eat your cookies. 7, 8. I can't believe they're still playing the 7-6-7. Okay, these are all tinies. That's good. And these are all minor airlines, obviously. But the key aspect here is making sure that we get them with the right partners. Okay. These are all international partners, so none. And meanwhile, our fleet, cool, 320. They got 22 777s though, shit. Yeah, they're getting the 320 gauge. Because, I mean, like, code this out real quick. Unique, decal and D, count if, decal and D is F1. Oh, man, we're already out of gates on the big boy side. We got it, yeah. So all these are going to have to be little guys. In fact, I'm over by 1 gate. This is 35. ITA. ITA is on the JB2 with KLM and Air France. So that's going to suck for them. They're going to get F10, F11, F12, F13. So that group's complete. Okay. 20, F19, F18, F17, F21. No, wait, hold on. It's going to make more sense. Go 14, 15, 16, 17, and then go F9. And that only leaves people connecting, voiling, having to walk a little bit. And then meanwhile, F-18, not done, F-18, F-19, F-20, F-21, F-22, F-23. And meanwhile, the remaining ones are going to simply hang out there, kind of. Ryanair and Malta Air don't like paying for gates anyways. They're cheap. Fuck them. F1, F2. Meanwhile, we got to assign F3 to 8. And actually, we still got to research these just to make sure. Aeroflot has no alliances. They're going elsewhere anyways, so that's good. EasyJet has none. F4 for them. Wizz Air. I don't believe that Wizz Air has any alliances to anybody. No. Caravello is a fucking internet service provider, so that's not done. They're good. Air Baltic. Partners. Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. As you can see here, there's a lot of not only One World partners, but also JBP, part of JBP2. So we're gonna put them over here next to JB2. Where do I have that going? There we go. We're gonna put them in the F-24. Norwegian Air Shuttle. No, I'm not a fucking robot. Okay. Nothing there. Pegasus, anybody? Okay, they're part of Delta and ITA. Okay. So they're part of that Delta whole shit show. So we'll put them in F-25. Icelandic Air. Partnered with Southwest? Really? Okay. Well, they're getting they're yeah, Southwest is going to the American terminal, so no big deal there. Scandinavian is Delta and SkyTeam and VA. Okay, so they're gonna go since they're only partnered with Virgin Atlantic. It looks like Virgin Atlantic. I've got in 13. Wait a minute. Why do I have Air France, KLM, ITA all over here? And then I've been putting fucking these fuckers. Ugh, God damn it. Okay, so okay, so we're gonna They got the rest of the One World partners essentially in 14 through 17. Whaling's the only one that's going to have to walk. Let's take a look at this again. 1, 2, 3. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So right here to right here. Bring Whaling over to F21. No. No, we're going to leave Whaling right where they are. They're Baltic. Our Baltic, we're going to move over to F8. With these three being unaffiliated, we can kind of stick them where we want to at the end. Scandinavian Airlines. Who are you guys partnered with? Fine, I'll eat your cookies. KLM Royal Dutch. Virgin Atlantic. Okay. So, JB2. I forgot to notate those. Okay, Star. Now Greenland. Okay. Turkish. Star. Uzbekistanian. They'll partner with anybody, it looks like. Hold on. Jeez. We're going to group them in star. Oxygen and air France. Okay. Check it. Are they on that list? Nope. Okay. Looks like Gen 2. Okay. Now let's try resorting this again. With more completed information there. Okay. And now let's sort the data again by column B. Let's just make sure we didn't duplicate any assignments here. F2, F3, F4, F9. Alright, so we still got gate 3. And okay. And it looks like we're going to wind up having to eliminate the Norwegian Air Shuttle. So, now that we've got all our groupings, now we can build our spider web. Okay, so God, our spider web of baggage tracks, and we're gonna call it a morning there. I hope you guys enjoyed this little lesson on the various airline alliances out there, and we'll be back with more